What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to PokemonKing.com's Wi-Fi battle series. We have a new team for you today. This is a UU team. We just finished up. Our last one was an OU team. We actually went 3-0, and we went on to battle the next tier up, which was Ubers, and that's like the hardest jump to do. Anyways, in the not to ruin the last battle if you haven't seen it, but we got slaughtered in Ubers is what happened. We made some good plays. We hung around as long as we could. We played the team as well as it could be played. Push it to the limits. Just wasn't enough. But luckily, we're on to a new team for you to enjoy. So today we have a UU team, as I said before. Check the links in the description to see the team builder video if you want to see how I went about putting this team together. Additionally, if you want to get into one of these battles or just get coupons, PokemonKing.com, get some like funny status updates or you know, just follow me on Twitter, man. If you want to get in on any of that action, follow me on Twitter. That link is in the description too. While you're at it, like the Facebook page. Check out PokemonKing.com. I appreciate all the love. We're at 500 subscribers already, guys. So thank you so much. We're already like halfway to 1,000. That's just amazing considering I've only really been seriously making the videos for about a week now. I appreciate all the love. I hope you guys share my videos and keep supporting me along the way. So anyway, let's jump into this battle really quick against Kanye, who we have battled before. And he is a very good battler. And we're going to take a snapshot of his team really quickly so that I don't forget what he has, as I always do if you've watched the channel at all. You probably know that. Okay, so let's see what he has. He has Florges, which I also have a Florges. He has Heracross, Donphan, Hydreigon, Pidgeot, and Toxicroak. So a pretty cool team. I see a couple physical attackers. I see actually 3 physical and 3 special attackers, so fairly balanced on that end. I see mostly offensive Pokemon. I see a physically defensive Pokemon in Donphan and a specially defensive one in Florges. What else do I see in terms of common weaknesses? Common weaknesses, not too much. Dragon, only 1. Ground, one ground type weakness. Fire, 2 fire type weaknesses. Really well constructed, actually. There's not a lot of common weaknesses on this team. So we're going to have to play a pretty good battle and just hopefully the sheer power of our team, which as you see in our team builder video is a lot of power, will come through for us. We're going to open up with Kingpin the Empoleon. And I'm sorry, I'm going to change this display even though we only have a few seconds left so you can see both of our teams in the same window. Kingpin the Empoleon is going to come out first. The other members of our team, Randy the Snorlax, Footsteps the Trevenant, In Bloom the Florges, Hivemind the Ampharos, and Burnt Toast the Rotom H. So let's get into this battle without any more further ado. 3 minutes into the video, we're going to start the battle against Kanye. Good luck to my opponent. I'm not sure what he's going to open with. Probably the Donphan, if I had to guess. That would actually be a pretty good case scenario for me if the Donphan does come out. Fingers crossed on that. Okay, so he does come out with the Hydreigon, which might be a bit of a problem. Dark Pulse, Dragon type move, probably a Fire. So he doesn't have a super effective move. We have decent special bulk, so we're just going to set up our Stealth Rock and get it on the field. I don't think he has a Defog. He does have a Spinner. He does have a Spinner in the Donphan, so he might be able to get rid of these rocks later in the battle. But every piece of information we can use. So hopefully later on down the battle, if we get a feel of when he wants the Stealth Rocks actually removed, we can kind of anticipate when he's going to bring the Donphan in. So watch out for that. He withdraws, so this is good for us. I think. Brings in the Heracross right off the bat. We have to go for the Stealth Rock because we locked ourselves into it. Threatening a fighting type move, I think. Could Mega Evolve, however. And that would be an issue for us. One thing we know is not coming, though. One thing that we do know is not coming is the Rock Blast, because that wouldn't make sense. So we're going to go into Burnt Toast, the Rotom, hopefully to resist any attack he's going to throw at us, unless Close Combat might... Regretting that already. If Close Combat comes through, we are in trouble. Goes for the knockoff, knocks off the Choice Scarf. Not terribly upset about that. I will allow it. I think that... I don't know if he's going to Mega Evolve. He didn't unveil it. He does have the Pidgeot, and really Pidgeot's only decent in UU if it is Mega, so he could have the Guts. I'm thinking just going Overheat here. Florges might come in. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, anticipating a switch on his end. I think he's going to switch. Don't think it's going to be the Donphan though, so we should be safe going for the Volt Switch. Possibly, I'm thinking the Florges is going to come in to potentially take some of these hits fairly well. He would take the hits best of anything that is on his team. Really, the Hydreigon could be the other choice to come in too. Unfortunate that we lost the Choice Scarf this early in the battle. Not super happy about it, but I guess if anything was going to get an item knocked off, aside from the Ampharos, that is the Pokemon that I would have preferred. Does go out into these hands. These hands, the Hydreigon. I like the name, by the way. These hands kind of sounds like 3 hands and 3 heads, which he has 3. He does have 3 hands, 3 heads. I just like it. I think it's a good name. It's clever. It's very punny. Maybe that's only the way I see it in my head, but I like it. I do. Right now, our best bet is to go into Kingpin, I think, because he switched into that Heracross, and I don't think he realizes how good of a matchup that is for us. So we're going to stay out here and go for the Hydro Pump, which nothing on his team will anticipate except possibly the Toxicroak, which I don't think is coming in. Which I do not think is coming in. And the Hydro Pump at this point can probably KO with the Choice Specs either way against these hands. That's what I'm thinking. Gosh, I didn't get water. Time me, I'm going for a water refill. As soon as I see what move he does, I'm going to go for a water refill. Really thinking about it, I don't think he likes the Empoleon. He does not. So once we get that Trick Room up, there's going to be some shenanigans going down. U-turns out to get some damage off on the Empoleon. We do resist that very well, so it only does about 19 damage. Takes some... Okay, so we see the Life Orb, so that's good. If he would have hard switched, he could have kept that disguise and maybe faked the Choice Scarf or something else. But we do now know that as an offensive Hydreigon, probably has Roost, U-turn, Draco Meteor maybe, and probably like a Dark Pulse if I had to guess. Goes into Toxicroak, anticipating the Water-type move, which is a good decision. And I think he's going to have the Water Absorb. Dry Skin, so he does... Okay, so that's too bad. We're going to have to be more careful about the Hydro Pump until that Toxicroak is gone. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I really am. But I have to have some water with me. And that's just the way it's got to be. So with the Toxicroak out, what do we do now? I think we go into Footsteps is our best play. And possibly set up a Trick Room. Maybe, just maybe, set up a Trick Room. Oh, he is Poison. What am I thinking? Hopefully he goes for the Fighting type attack. Because the Poison Stab against Trevenant, which I haven't used in a long time, if ever. Okay, so he pulls the Double Switch out into Wumbo. And this is great. This worked out really well for us on accident because we can block the Rapid Spin. We have better typing, and there's really not much that this Donphan can do to us. We get to set up the Leech Seed with impunity now. And what do I think is going to come in is the question. That is the question. It's probably going to be maybe the Pidgeot has a super effective move on us. Could be the Hydreigon again. Probably anticipating Grass, so I'm guessing this is a good opportunity for him to go into the Pidgeot. So I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed. When the Pidgeot comes in, we're going to go out into something. Probably the Ampharos. Goes into Kanye the Hydreigon. No, not the Hydreigon. Kanye the Heracross. And I'm okay with that. So we can go for the Leech Seed here. And we're going to get some Leech Seed damage off. And we get to Protect as well, which is kind of cool. Ah, come here. Water, I love you so much. We are going to Protect to Scout because I think he might be Choice Banded is a real possibility at this point. And we'll see what he wants to do. Hopefully he doesn't Mega Evolve because that would just be crazy and a big problem for us. Will he pull another Double Switch, though, just to get rid of the Leech Seed and anticipating the Protect? That is a real option that my opponent has, too. I think I beat him the first time we fought, so I think he's going to make a lot of plays in this battle. He's going to make a lot of plays and try to stay ahead of the game. I don't think he wants to lose again, so I think he's going to make a lot of plays. He does stay in. He stays in, so we're going to get to see what he wants to do. Goes for another knockoff. Now, I could pull my signature Double Switch here. or fake the switch, because I went for the protect. So now he's definitely thinking, okay, you're going to switch now. So if I'm ballsy enough, I can go for my Trick Room at this time. And I think I'm going to, because he's going to anticipate the Rotom H coming out, I think. And if he does, maybe I'll see a Rock Blast or a Stone Edge or something like that, which we would resist. I'm going to stay in. He does withdraw. He does withdraw. When people reveal their move, they don't like going back to it. That's something that I found out. They reveal what move they want to use on a protect. Typically, they don't come back to it. It is going to be the Florges, which is kind of sweet. And now, what do we do against Vinny Cyrus? Vinny Cyrus, the Florges. What does Mont Mine coming into... Okay, so he has Fairy, Grass type moves. Probably not rocking the Will-O-Wisp. He doesn't, because he doesn't get access to that. Maybe a Toxic. I think we can go into Randy without any repercussions here right now and start spamming some Choice Banded returns, which are going to do a massive amount of damage to everything on his team because nothing resists normal or is immune to it. He is going to Wish. He is going to possibly try to pass a Wish. Or he's just going to Protect. Is his other option. Either way, we're going for Return because we don't really have a reason not to. And nothing on his team resists Return, so he's going to have to choose to switch into something and take a lot of damage. I think we're going to score a KO here with our Snorlax because we still have 4 turns of Trick Room left, and even after the Protect we'll have 3, and we can 2-hit KO anything on his team. And what he has in right now cannot KO us back. So what that means is we will outspeed everyone after Trick Room, so even if he switches out into something, it's going to have to switch into a Return, and even if it doesn't 1-hit KO, we're going to outspeed whatever comes in with the Trick Room and take him out at that point. Battery's getting low on the old DS. Plug that in there. Opponent's thinking about what he wants to do. We're still at 6-6, man. Something's got to go down. We're 9 minutes into this battle. This is one pet peeve I have. If you're ever battling a YouTuber, I know you have to think about what move you want to make, but we kind of want to get these battles in so you can enjoy them in a reasonable amount of time. So please, if you ever battle me on YouTube, try not to spend more than like 15 seconds picking a move. I know that the counter is there for a reason, and you're welcome to use all of it, but it really just, it's kind of a bummer when you use up the entire clock and I have to sit here talking and the YouTube video gets longer. He brings in Kanye, so we're going to get the Return off, and for sure that's definitely going to take him out. No question about that, because that's a max power Return. And when you're dealing with a max power Return with a half hit pointed Kanye / Heracross, not going to have a good day. Wumbo does come out, and at this point we're going back into the Trevenant. We could go for another Return, and I'm tempted to. But the thing is, we resist all of his moves, and we don't want the Stealth Rocks to go off the field because those are doing some good work for us. So we're going to go into Footsteps. He's going to set up Stealth Rocks of his own, so maybe we should have just stayed in now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more clearly. However, we do have another opportunity to set up some more Leech Seed, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool to set up Leech Seed. Anticipating the Pidgeot now because I don't think he wants to go back out into... Well, he went out into the Heracross last time, which is dead now. No, he went into the Florges is what he did. So I'm thinking he's going to switch either into Pidgeot or the Florges. Probably Florges because I think he feels really safe making that move. Plus he wants to get some wishes going. Maybe. Maybe my opponent is thinking. Maybe he's thinking, or maybe he's just sitting there knowing that I'm sweating trying to keep this microphone full of noise. Does go out into the Pidgeot like I thought he might. The blue and black mega Pidgeot. And we are going to get some hurricanes hurled our way if I had a guess. Twisted Dimensions return to normal, so we are in trouble. We have to get out of here. Into something different. We could Protect just to milk a little bit more hit points. But what's the point and the fun in that? I think Kingpin is the way to go. I feel like something might have to die is what I'm worried about. And it might be Burnt Toast. Alright, we're going to go into Because I don't know how much the hurricane is going to do. So I'm going to go into burnt toast just to lose something. I think it's what I can afford to lose the most. And yeah, we're going to go out into him. Probably going to get KO'd by a choice, not choice specs, a Mega Pidgeot Hurricane. We do get to witness the Mega Pidgeot evolution, which is sweet. I love Mega Pidgeot. It's so like fat and like bulky. Look at that awesome like headpiece it has on too. It's sweet. Does go for the roost, so perhaps I should have just switched into the something or another. I probably should have just switched into the. What I should have done is Trick Room. That would have been sweet. But I didn't do that, and now I don't have an option. I just have to go for the Volt Switch because I can't switch in at this point because the Hurricane is definitely coming. Goes for the U-turn. Pretty sweet. So, not bad. We don't get Hurricanes thrown our way, which I definitely thought was coming. So, we didn't lose anything, but my opponent did miss an opportunity to take out my Rotom. Probably going into the, if I had a guess, it's going to go out into the, nope, he goes into the Hydreigon. I was going to guess the Donphan. I couldn't think of what the name was. So he goes into the Hydreigon. We are going to get the opportunity to Volt Switch, which is always nice to do. And, man, what are we going to do now? I think we're just going to go into Snorlax and return on something because there's not much these hands is going to do to him. And we found out that nothing resists the return. I think Randy here, our Choice Banded Snorlax, is going to do some serious damage to my opponent's team by the time this battle's over. Are going to go for the return, and he's probably going to think about this for a while because he doesn't like the Snorlax, and my opponent does appear to be a bit of a thinker, which is fine. It's entirely within his right to spend as much time thinking about his moves as he wants. Goes for the Roost, doesn't know the Choice Banded Snorlax return is coming through, though, and I think it's going to KO even from there because Snorlax just doesn't mess around, man. That's 150 base power Choice Band. Almost KOs. Does not quite. Will on another Roost. Probably switching out into something now. Putting a lot of pressure on my opponent's team with the Choice Banded Snorlax. We're going to see what he's going to bring out. It's going to be Wumbo, which we can definitely 2-hit KO. So he's going to have a choice here between going for the Earthquake and Rapid Spinning my rocks away. Okay, so no, he's not going to have to because he takes that a lot better than I thought he might. But we do get off some decent damage. We do see, however, that he can pass a Wish now. He can pass a Wish onto the Donphan if I go for another return and the Donphan is not in. So we're in a bit of a pickle. I'm just going to return again here because forget it. I can't have Wishes getting passed off. Goes for the Earthquake. Is going to do a lot of damage to us. Not quite enough, though, because that is not a 2-hit KO from that range. Now we have him down to KO range, and he has a choice to make between another Earthquake, and something else. Now that I have him down to KO range, though, I think I'm going to switch out back into Footsteps. In case he goes for the Rapid Spin, I can keep my rocks up, which is always nice. And I'm going to be able to set up a Trick Room, which is also cool. Delicious. We see that he stays in, because otherwise he would have switched out first. So Rapid Spin or Earthquake is coming through. Either way, that's totally acceptable. That is totally acceptable. Does go for the Earthquake, which is not going to do much to us. We don't have a lot of defense investment, but it doesn't matter because it is resisted. And now we kind of have him a bit on the ropes, I think. We are in good shape. And I'm going to set up another Trick Room because that Snorlax is just begging to come back out and do some more damage. I think the Snorlax is our win condition of the match this time. Goes for the Ice Shard, which does good damage, but not that much. And we have the Citrus Berry with the Harvest. So we get to set up the Trick Room. And I think we're just going to go for the... We're going to switch out is what we're going to do. Absolutely we're going to switch out into something that does a lot of damage. Probably the Empoleon, because I guarantee the Earthquake isn't coming through. I guarantee you that the Earthquake is not coming through. And it just seems like a good move at this point to bring in Kingpin. And possibly be able to take out that... the Toxicroak. Goes for another Ice Shard, which is great. Now, Toxicroak. What is your deal, man? Toxicroak. As I check my text messages. No, I won't. No, I won't. What are you weak to? Do I have anything that is neutral? Or do you resist everything that I want to do? Okay, so you are not resistant to steel, which is good news. Because he doesn't have a steel resist on his team. So we're just going to go for the Flash Cannon straight off. Don't know if he knows I'm Specs yet. We are going to take Wumbo out. And this is good news because I think we can do good damage to pretty much anything he's going to bring in at this point. It's super effective against the Florges for sure. Against the Florges for sure. We're faster than everything on his team with the Trick Room up. Comes into the... okay, so this is kind of what I wanted him to switch into. But either way... Ah, man. The Drain Punch is really obvious now. It is obvious, but we're going to go for the Flash Cannon. We got the Specs on. He's got bad defenses. Will it KO? It probably won't, but it'll bring him down. It won't. Oh, my gosh. It was really close, though. He goes for the Swords Dance, unfortunately for him. We still have Trick Room up, though. So we're going to outspeed for sure, and the Sucker Punch I don't think is going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. Unstabbed +2, not resisted, will not. So we're going to get the Flash Cannon off. And that is going to be a dead Toxicroak. So we are up 6-3 at this point, which is great news for us. Which is great news for us. Yeah. What is he going to come out to? Black and blue. Goes out into the Mega Pidgeot. Probably looking at a Specs something or another. No, not a Specs. I keep saying Specs. He has Power like he's Choice Specs. With the Hurricane for sure. But does not have Choice Specs equipped. We're going to go for the Flash Cannon because we're slower. That's going to do a lot of damage. What? Oh, did the Trick Room expire and I didn't notice? It did. The Heat Wave is going to take us out. So that's no fun. But we are going to go out into Hive Mind now. Because we are free to Volt Switch to our heart's content at this point in the battle. The Mega Pidgeot could be an issue for us. But if we can get up another Trick Room, I think we'll be okay. We're going to Volt Switch out, anticipating the Florges coming back in. And we're going to put our Trevenant back on the field for sure. We're going to Volt Switch into our Trevenant and set up another Trick Room. Another Trick Room, and then we're going to be in good position to bring out Snorlax, possibly to finish this thing off. Odds are he's going to be trying to pass off a Wish or something or another, but that's all right. We're going to let him do that. We really just want to get Trick Room up and get Randy back in. Actually, yeah, we got to get the Trick Room up because I can't risk Randy not being able to KO something. And then not being able to outspeed. So we have to have the Trick Room back up for sure. This is looking more and more like a straight-up Trick Room team. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Trick Room is cool. A lot of people say it's gimmicky, but it is a decent way to play. It's a decent way to play, and it's not that gimmicky. Goes for the Toxic, which is cool. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because Trevenant really is only going to be in long enough to set up Trick Rooms. Only a turn or two. Has to switch out. Has to switch out. And I think we're going to go out into Snorlax. We'll see if he'll anticipate that and go for an attacking move, which would be probably his best bet. But it looks like we get free reign to go into the Snorlax. And he's probably going to anticipate that, but I don't know if he can take advantage of it. Randy, you are doing a tremendous amount of work. By the way, if you're wondering why I nicknamed him Randy, he reminds me of Randy from Trailer Park Boys, which I just finished watching that series. Love it. Great series. Goes for the Protect, so that's too bad. Wastes his Protect, so now we have free reign to go for a super powerful... Should I just go for the Sludge Wave? I'm tempted to, because that would definitely kill him. What does he have left on his team is the question. Does he have a Steel type? He does not. He has the Pidgeot. And I think he has the... He does not have anything that really resists it. So we're just going to go for the Gunk Shot. Not the Sludge Wave. Gunk Shot. Because that's super effective. Goes for the Double Protect. Gets the Double Protect. Gets the Double Protect. So that's unfortunate. However, after the Stealth Rocks, I think that we're still going to be able to take out whatever comes in. Even though the Pidgeot resists the Sludge Wave. Or the Gunk Shot. We should still be able to take him out after the Stealth Rock is taken into consideration. Does go out into these hands. Okay, so he's sacrificing something off to burn. He's trying to burn off the Trick Room at this point, which is what he's trying to do. And we still have some Trick Room left. And if he goes back out into Vinny Cyrus, which he does, I know the Protect is coming. I know it is. And we're going to go out into... We're not going to let him burn through the Trick Room and bring out Pidgeot to try to sweep through the rest of our team. So we're going to go out into... we're going to go out into Footsteps to reset up our Trick Room because I think it's going to expire on this turn. I think it is, if I had a guess. And the Protect is coming through because I'm just that good at predicting what my opponent's doing. I don't know if you knew that. I'm great at predicting, and you can too if you subscribe to the channel. So go ahead and click the subscribe button below. Also like my videos. It makes me just feel good about myself. Gonna go for another Trick Room, obviously. Moonblast comes through. Will it KO? We are specially defensive. We live with 12 hit points. The Toxic looks like it will take us out from this range. Are we still... Do we not have Harvest on this Trevenant? I don't think we do. Do we give it Natural Cure on accident? Because we don't have the Toxic anymore. We have Natural Cure on the Trevenant. I'll have to switch that for the next battle, but that's fine. It's actually working out for us right now. Man. Okay, so we can sacrifice the Trevenant off if we need to in the future. We're going to go back out into Randy for sure and spam some more gunk shots. If I say gunk shot one more time, someone jump through my computer screen and punch me in the head, please. Moonblast won't take us out because we're really bulky. Protect fails. Gets the Leftovers recovery. Have 4 turns of Trick Room to work with. And we're going to Gunk Shot. It is Gunk Shot. What have I been saying? I've been saying something that isn't Gunk Shot. It is Gunk Shot. It's our Poison Stab move. Is going to try to double... Okay, so he protects again. Man, this is his only chance to win, so I'm going to... It's fine. It's fine. But he is really against the ropes. We're in good position. He's trying to burn through the last Trick Room, which isn't a bad strategy since it is his only chance to win, I think. Will he switch or will he stay? We do get the Gunk Shot off. It's going to do a lot. That is a dead Vinny Cyrus. So that is good for us. Now he has to come out into the Pidgeot. And I'm going to stay in and just go for the Gunk Shot. It only has 80% accuracy. But after the Stealth Rock, he's going to be down to lower than half. And we are Choice Banded. So I'm interested to see how much this does. I'm interested to see. I'm not going to switch again. That's one thing I'm not going to do. Will it KO? It will. He does not even resist it. I thought Flying resisted poison. So that is going to be your game. Thank you so much for hanging around. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, go to the links below and dig around. I got my Twitter. That's where I find battles. Facebook. Like me there. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. What else? What else do I have to go over? Thank you so much for the battle, Vin. Thank you so much for the battle. Vinny, I really do appreciate it. Or Kanye, rather. Thank you, Kanye, for the battle. I guess that's all I got. Let me know what you like. Tell me who you want to see in my next battle videos. I'll try to incorporate as many as I can in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Until next time, have a good night or a good day, and you take care.